Hello, 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 everyone, and a huge warm welcome back to Talk Lish, your absolute favorite podcast for learning English in the most natural and enjoyable way.
That's right, Liam. We are so thrilled to have all of you, our amazing listeners, joining us today. I'm Maya, and this is my fantastic co-host, always ready with a smile.
I'm Liam, and we are incredibly excited to bring you another super practical and engaging English lesson. Today, we're all about making your English sound, well, natural.
Exactly. Before we dive into today's incredibly useful topic, please do us a huge favor. If you like what you hear, or if you learned something new, hit that like button right now. And even better, if you haven't already, subscribe to the Talk Lish channel. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep creating these helpful lessons just for you.
And don't forget to drop a comment below. Tell us one natural phrase you'll try this week or what topics you want us to cover next. We absolutely love reading your feedback and suggestions.
Absolutely. So, Liam, today's topic is all about making your English sound more authentic, more like how native speakers actually talk every day. We're going to help our listeners learn English naturally. Daily Life Chat for Beginners, ESL podcast.
Yes, this is so important for our A1 and A2 learners. You want to speak English, not just study it. You want to sound natural, not like a robot. So today, we will look at common situations, and we will show you how to use common phrases and simple sentences in a natural way. You can listen, repeat, and start speaking English naturally right away.
Exactly. We'll explore different parts of our day, from morning to evening, and point out those little words and phrases that make a big difference in how natural your English sounds. We'll give you clear examples, and then we'll break down what makes those phrases natural. Liam, let's begin where every day starts, the morning. How do you usually kick off your day?
My morning routine is pretty set. First, my alarm clock goes off at 6:30 a.m. Goes off is very natural for an alarm ringing. I usually hit the snooze button once just for 9 extra minutes of sleep. Then, I finally drag myself out of bed. Drag myself means I'm a bit tired. It's not easy to get up.
Goes off, hit the snooze button, and drag myself out of bed. Fantastic natural phrases right there. After you manage to get yourself up, what's the very next natural thing you do?
Well, I always head straight to the bathroom. Head straight to is a very common way to say go directly to. I splash some cold water on my face. It really helps to wake me up properly. Then I brush my teeth and shave. After that, I hop in the shower. Hop in is a casual and natural way to say get in.
Head straight to, splash some cold water, wake me up properly, and hop in the shower? These are wonderful. So, after your shower, do you throw on some clothes right away?
Yes, I do. After I dry off, I usually throw on some clothes. Throw on means to put on clothes quickly and casually. I don't spend much time choosing. Then I make my way to the kitchen. Make my way is a natural way to say go to when it involves a bit of movement. My first mission is to brew a fresh pot of tea. I'm a big tea drinker.
Throw on some clothes and make my way to the kitchen? Perfect. So, after you brew your tea, what do you usually grab for breakfast?
I usually grab a quick bite for breakfast. That means I eat something fast. It's often a bowl of oatmeal with honey and berries. While I'm eating, I like to catch up on the news on my tablet. Catch up on means to see what's new. What about your morning, Maya? Do you also get an early start?
My morning is quite similar, Liam. My alarm goes off at 7 a.m., and I usually get up straight away. No snooze for me. Then I head to the bathroom to get ready for the day.
So you also get ready for the day. What about after the bathroom? Do you pick out your outfit?
Yes, I do. I always pick out my outfit for work. Pick out is more natural than choose. After I'm dressed, I whip up a quick smoothie for breakfast. Whip up means to make something quickly. While I'm having my smoothie, I usually glance over my work schedule for the day. Glance over means to look quickly.
Pick out my outfit, whip up a quick smoothie, and glance over my work schedule. These are fantastic, listeners. After you glance over your schedule, do you then head out the door for work?
Yes, exactly. I pack my work bag, making sure I have everything I need. Then I give my dog, Max, a quick hug, and I head out the door for my bike ride to work. Head out the door is a very common way to say, leave the house. So our mornings have many similar steps, and now we have many natural phrases to describe them.
Yes, a fantastic list of natural phrases for the morning. Let's review them for our listeners. Alarm goes off for an alarm ringing. Hit the snooze button to delay the alarm. Drag myself out of bed to get up with effort. Get myself up to make yourself get out of bed. Head straight to the bathroom or kitchen, work, etc. Splash some cold water on my face to wake up. Wake me up properly to become fully awake. Hop in the shower to quickly get into the shower. Dry off to dry yourself after a shower. Throw on some clothes to dress quickly. Make my way to the kitchen to go to the kitchen. Brew a fresh pot of tea or coffee to make a drink. Grab a quick bite to eat something fast. Catch up on the news to see what's new. Get an early start to start early. Get up straight away to get up immediately. Get ready for the day to prepare for the day. Pick out my outfit to choose clothes. Whip up a quick smoothie to make something fast. Glance over my work schedule to look quickly. Pack my work bag. Head out the door to leave the house.
Wonderful phrases. Now let's talk about the main part of the day, work or study. Liam, after you make it to the office, what's the first natural thing you do? Do you dive straight into your emails?
Exactly. I definitely dive straight into my emails first thing. Dive straight into means to start working on something immediately and with focus. I also like to touch base with my team. That's a natural phrase for having a quick chat or checking in with colleagues. I usually power through my tasks in the morning. Power through means to work with a lot of energy to finish things.
Make it to the office, dive straight into emails, touch base, and power through my tasks. Fantastic natural action phrases. What about a break? Do you grab a coffee break?
Yes, around 10:30 a.m., I usually grab a coffee break with a colleague. Grab a coffee break is very natural for taking a short break to get coffee. We shoot the breeze. That means we talk about casual things, not work, or catch up on our weekend. Then I get back to work. Get back to work means to continue working. What about your morning at work, Maya? Do you also power through?
Yes, I also power through my morning tasks. After I get to my desk, I fire up my computer. Fire up means to start a computer quickly and informally, and then I dive into my projects. My morning is usually filled with meetings, so I often jump from one meeting to the next. Jump from one meeting to the next means I have many meetings, one after another, quickly.
Fire up my computer, jump from one meeting to the next, shoot the breeze. These are very lively and natural. What about lunchtime, Maya? Do you step out for lunch?
Yes, if the weather's good, I love to step out for lunch. That means I leave the office to eat. I might grab a quick sandwich from a local deli, or I might bring my own lunch and eat it in the park. It's a great way to recharge my batteries. That means to rest and get more energy.
Step out for lunch and recharge my batteries. These are so useful and natural. After lunch, what does your afternoon usually involve? Do you tackle some big projects?
Yes, in the afternoon, I usually tackle some big projects. Tackle means to start working on something difficult. I also have more meetings and I catch up on emails. Catch up on means to do something you didn't have time for before, like replying to missed emails. By late afternoon, I often hit a wall. That means I feel very tired and can't work anymore.
Tackle big projects and hit a wall. Perfect for describing a busy and sometimes exhausting afternoon. When you finish work, do you call it a day?
Yes, around 5 p.m., I usually call it a day. That means I finish work for the day. Then I pack up my things and head home. Head home means to go home. What about you, Liam? What do you do when you call it a day?
When I call it a day, I turn off my computer and log off. I try to switch off from work. That means I stop thinking about work. Sometimes I run a few errands on my way home. That means I do small tasks like going to the grocery store or the dry cleaner.
That's a good way to switch off. So our afternoons and the end of work have these essential natural actions. Make it to the office, to arrive at the office. Dive straight into emails or projects, to start working immediately. Touch base with my team, to communicate briefly. Power through my tasks, to work with a lot of energy. Grab a coffee break, to take a short break. Shoot the breeze, to have casual conversation. Catch up on our weekend, to learn what happened. Get back to work, to continue working. Fire up my computer, to start a computer quickly. Jump from one meeting to the next, to have many meetings. Step out for lunch, to leave the office to eat. Grab a quick sandwich, to eat something fast. Bring my own lunch. Recharge my batteries, to rest and get energy. Tackle some big projects, to start working on difficult projects. Catch up on emails or tasks, to do things you missed. Hit a wall, to become very tired. Call it a day, to finish work for the day. Pack up my things, head home, log off from a computer system, switch off from work, to stop thinking about work. Run a few errands, to do small tasks.
Fantastic natural phrases. Now, let's talk about the evening. This is usually our time to wind down. Wind down means to relax after a busy day. What do you do in the evening, Maya, after you head home?
After I head home and Max gives me a big welcome, I usually whip up some dinner. Whip up means to make food quickly. I like to cook something simple and healthy. After dinner, I clean up the kitchen. Clean up means to tidy. Then I usually veg out on the sofa. That means to relax completely, often watching TV.
Whip up some dinner, clean up the kitchen, and veg out on the sofa. These are definitely real-life phrases. What do you like to veg out to, Maya? Do you catch up on a show?
Yes, I often catch up on a show. That means I watch episodes of a TV series I missed. Sometimes I just curl up with a good book. Curl up means to sit in a comfortable, relaxed position. Before bed, I might chat with my family or friends on the phone. What about your evening, Liam? After your errands, how do you unwind?
After I run my errands and make it home, I also whip up some dinner. After I clean up the kitchen, I usually chill out for a bit. Chill out means to relax. I might play some video games or stream a movie. Before I hit the hay means to go to bed. I like to read a few chapters of a book.
Chill out, stream a movie, and hit the hay. Perfect! These phrases make your English sound so natural. So when you hit the hay, do you also drift off to sleep quite fast?
Sometimes, yes, I drift off to sleep quite fast, especially if I'm tired. Drift off to sleep means to fall asleep slowly and gently. Other times, my mind is still active. I try to get a good night's sleep, which is important for the next day.
Absolutely. Getting a good night's sleep is key. So our evenings are all about winding down and getting ready for the next day.
Yes, and we have a lot of great phrases for the evening. Let's list them for our listeners. Wind down, to relax after a busy day. Whip up some dinner, to make food quickly. Clean up the kitchen, to tidy the kitchen. Veg out on the sofa, to relax completely, often watching TV. Catch up on a show, to watch missed episodes. Curl up with a good book, to read comfortably. Chat with my family or friends on the phone. Unwind, to relax. Chill out, to relax. Play some video games or stream a movie. Hit the hay, to go to bed. Read a few chapters. Drift off to sleep, to fall asleep gently. Get a good night's sleep, to sleep well.
Fantastic, Liam. Now, we've shared so many natural, real-life phrases for morning, afternoon, and evening. How can our listeners start using these phrases naturally?
That's a key question. First, don't try to use all of them at once. That can be overwhelming. Pick just one or two new phrases that you like and that you think you can use today.
Second, listen to how we use them in context. Listen to this podcast again a few times. When Liam says hit the snooze button, notice the whole sentence and the situation. This helps you understand when it's natural to use it.
Third, try to replace an old phrase with a new natural one. Instead of I go to bed, try I hit the hay. Or instead of I make dinner, try I whip up some dinner. Small changes make a big difference in sounding natural.
Fourth, say them out loud every day. Practice in your head when you're walking, in the shower, or talking to yourself. The more you say them, the more natural they'll feel on your tongue. Repetition builds muscle memory for language.
Fifth, and this is super important, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Even native speakers sometimes mix up phrases. The most important thing is to try, to communicate, and to feel more confident. People will understand you, and that's a huge success.
Remember, language is about connection, not perfection. Using these real-life phrases will help you sound more confident, more authentic, and connect better with English speakers in everyday situations.
Yes, these phrases are like little natural language boosters. They make your English sound less like a textbook and more like the English people really speak every day.
We truly hope this lesson has given you some valuable real-life phrases to describe your day and start sounding more natural in English.
Yes, we hope you feel ready to dive into using these phrases in your daily life. From hitting the snooze button to hitting the hay, you're ready to speak more naturally.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Talk Lish today. We appreciate your dedication to mastering English.
Don't forget to like this episode, subscribe to our channel for more amazing English lessons, and leave us a comment below. Tell us one natural phrase you're going to try out this week. Try out means to test it.
We can't wait to hear from you. Until next time, keep practicing your English, keep speaking naturally, and we'll see you very soon on Talk Lish.
Bye for now, everyone.
Goodbye.